Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX and I'm Megha Sharma. Now we are exactly 26 days away from elections in Delhi. While the Netas are talking about Purvanchal and Sheesh Mahal, we are presenting the Delhi opinion poll powered by Statistically Speaking. In part 1, we talk about the roads of Delhi. Recently, Chief Minister Atishi unveiled the 6-lane Punjabi Bagh flyover that she called a game changer for West Delhi congestion. Nitin Gadkari, the Union Minister for Highways, too has announced 4 major roads to solve congestion in Delhi NCR. What do the voters of Delhi think about the capital's roads infrastructure? Let's find out in the results of our survey. So we're taking every single day there is going to be one part that is going to be discussed when it comes to Delhi's infrastructure, when it comes to the civic amenities, when it comes to the concerns that people have, when it comes to Delhi and its development. And today, part 1 of the statistically speaking survey, we are talking about the road infrastructure. We are talking about whether we have better roads, whether we have better flyovers, whether we have been able to fight and ensure there is no congestion that takes place, or at least congestion that takes place which is not frequent, is the question that we are asking our viewers who have taken this survey. So let's take a look at question number 1 that we asked our viewers. Are you satisfied with the condition of roads in Delhi? Well, there is a large percentage of you, 66% of you feel that the roads in Delhi are not up to mark. You are not satisfied with the condition of the road infrastructure in Delhi, in the city. 34% of you feel that the roads are satisfactory. You are happy with the roads, the flyovers, the highways that apply in Delhi. Let's take a look at question number 2, where we asked our viewers to take this survey and take this poll and answer about what's the biggest issue with roads in Delhi today. Well, according to 42% of you, well, it is expected. The question was, what do you think is the biggest issue with the roads in Delhi? Broken roads and potholes. 42% of you have voted for this option and said that broken holes and potholes are the number 1 issue that they have to deal with. Road encroachment, 19%. We then have people who have voted and said there are no issues whatsoever. 18% of you have voted and gone ahead and said that Delhi roads and spick and span, they are very happy with how they are helping people ply from one place to another. 12% of you feel that non-functional traffic lights are a big issue to be dealt with in Delhi. Non-functional street lights is the concern of 9% of the people who have taken up this survey, taken up this poll. Let's take a look at question number 3 that we asked the people of Delhi. Are you satisfied with public parking available in the city? Well, 74% of you, that's a massive percentage of people who have voted that they are not happy with the parking space available, parking amenities available. There's always, the roads on Delhi are chock-a-block, you never find parking. It's difficult for you to halt your vehicle, to step out and go to your office or go to a shop and do other activities. Well, 25% of you feel that yes, the availability of parking space is ample in Delhi. 1% of you have not made up your mind on the question. Well, we also asked our viewers, are you satisfied with the sidewalks and pedestrian facilities provided in Delhi? 65% of you feel no, that you're not happy, that there are not enough sidewalks and pedestrian facilities that are provided by the administration in Delhi. 23% of you are satisfied that there are in fact ample number of pedestrian facilities that have been provided by the Delhi administration. 2% cannot make up their mind. All right, and finally, we've also asked our viewers, are your internal colony roads well maintained? 67% of you, which is a large percentage of you, again, no, say that the roads in your colonies, in your societies are not up to, into RWAs are not up to mark. Yes, 32% of you have voted yes, the roads are well maintained. 1% again haven't made up their mind. All right, so these are the questions that we posed to our viewers who have taken this survey. They have gone out and said, and the larger, coming to the conclusion, consensus that can be built on as per the survey, as per the results of the survey, is that largely people who live in Delhi are unhappy with the state of roads, whether it is about the quality of roads. There are so many potholes, the roads are not constructed in time. There is in fact congestion that people have to face, parking issues, whether it is about the flyovers and the highways and the other arterial roads that people have to navigate through are not up to mark. And they also speak about how their roads within their societies and colonies and RWS are also a massive problem and need to be resolved. Let's start our conversation. Joining me on the telecast is Abhijit Sinha. He is the project director, NH for EVs Road. Abhijit Sinha, what do you make of the survey results?
I think this is very important for us to hold this conversation, because when we speak about roads in Delhi, there are always overlapping claims and there are always confusion that whether the flyover claimed by the government has actually been built during that tenure or not. The road, artery roads and the other roads beautification, which has came as a worksheet of the current government, has actually happened during the tenure or not. If I may give you a brief account of road and flyover in Delhi, then there were 72 flyovers built over 65 years in Delhi. Out of these 72, majority of them, they were built before this existing current government. This government claims to be making 39 more flyovers. So they keep on speaking about it. And in 2019, when 1st April 2015 to 2019, this is the tenure when an RTI opened this myth that there was no new flyover built by the new government. So that's the level of confusion which happened in the previous tenure. Now, in this tenure, if you look at the road beautification, in 2022, Europe type of road, European standard road, was announced by the Kejriwal government, and there were 9 roads were also piloted. What is the total amount, length of road that were under the pilot was only 32.5 kilometers. And the beautification which could happen by August 2022 was only 5.2 kilometers. So there is a huge difference into the claim and what actually has came up, and the result is very visible in your polls, that people who are voting for the government or who are voting for a new and reliable infrastructure, they are very, very confused. The majority of major flyovers, like what Mr. Road Transport and Highway Minister has given, is 120 kilometer ring road, which is South Delhi to North Delhi. It is on the national government budget. The second, DND to Mumbai Expressway, again on the national government, central government budget. Okla Bird Sanctuary, 6.8 kilometer elevated road, again on the Ministry of Road Transport and Highway.
Okay.
Jewar Airport to IGI Airport is again on the Road Transport and Highway. So where is the work that AAP government, the Kejriwal government has done in the Delhi? That becomes very confusing for us to understand.
Okay, Joyita, coming to you. Now, you are a Delhiite. You have been living here for decades together. What is your perception as a commuter when you are traveling on the road in your car? Do you think your experience is something that is memorable, that it's a smooth ride whenever you're traveling to work or going to the shopping mall, wherever?
Well, Megha, I think Delhi, among major world capitals, or even moderately major world capitals, Delhi has the worst roads. Let's not make any mistake about that. All of us have travelled reasonably, I mean maybe not extensively, but reasonably well, and to have travelled to different world capitals. If you ask me, even Colombo has better roads than Delhi. Okay, and that is the saddest part about Delhi's infrastructure. If you go to Sri Lanka, their roads are cleaner, the drive is smoother. So yes, I mean, if you ask me, Delhi's roads are among the worst except for in that particular region. But even then, when it comes to the heavy traffic in the evening, I mean, those are, even Lutyens Delhi I'm talking about, those are no-go areas. Think of the neighborhood of our neighborhood, think of Lajpat Nagar, think of South Delhi, and then think of all these fancy posh colonies. In fact, I have been joking this for the last 20 years, in fact over 20 years now, that the posh colonies, the posher the colony, the narrower the roads inside those colonies. There are lanes, narrow lanes, then there are here something is setting up over here, and then they put up all those barricades, and those gates are shut. So Delhi can be a nightmare for any person, and add that to parking. And technically, Megha, I live in Noida now. I mean, when you compare Delhi and Noida, Noida is so much better than Delhi. Even it is right in the neighborhood of Delhi, Noida is so much better, its roads are wider, you do not have any parking problems, there is no waterlogging, there is far less dirt. I mean, Delhi can be a nightmare.
Okay. I also have with me M.K. Meena, former Commissioner of Police, Special Cell, Delhi Police. M.K. Meena, your experience, what do you make of this survey? Do you think there is much needed, improvements need to be brought about when it comes to Delhi's road infrastructure? And do you think the government today has done enough?
No, it depends on government how they work. Now today there are some roads which are very good. There are some roads which are very bad. Potholes are also there. So the government, there are many roads which are in worst condition in Delhi, because this year there was heavily rain, and there are roads which have been damaged, have not been repaired. Now issue is कि we must repair these roads regularly. There should be regular maintenance of roads, and whenever they are repairing or doing something, they are putting layer over layer on this road. So the balance and alignment is also disturbed regarding drainage, because the drainage system which has been constructed or which has been established long back have not been repaired fully. There is need to repair drainage system, desilting of drains have to be done. The site, the cleanliness has to be there, has to be done by MCD or other agencies, whoever is responsible. So now we see that there are some roads which are in very good conditions Delhi, there are some roads which are not in good conditions Delhi. It requires thorough repairs. Moreover, whenever we are constructing roads in Delhi, I have observed that they are not taking into consideration pedestrians' welfare or pedestrians' issue. Like roads have to be, and if you see, there is highly congestion on the roads.
Yeah.
Like if you see in peak hours in the morning and evening, it looks like going to one place to another place. It is havoc.
Okay.
Now you waste lot of time, lot of energy, lot of manpower is being wasted on the roads. The road of cities should be in such a way that your vehicle should not stop anywhere. Only at
Okay, all right. So now there are these, genuine issues. Abhijit Sinha, Delhi has a huge population. We as a country are a population of 1.4 billion people. Now, in a situation such as this, do you think there can be solutions found to the congestion problem, whether it is in Delhi or Mumbai or any other part of the country?
There has been long debate to understand what is that Delhi need, whether it is new flyover, new tunnel, or whether a solution from the congestion. And any government which is in power, if they are continuously in power for 10 years, they should have reached to this conclusion that what is exactly required. If in last 10 years, whatever conversation or whatever studies has happened on the congestion and the traffic jams and possibilities of not having enough space to walk, if this is not built over a period of time, first 5 years, 2015 to 2019, this has completely gone wastage because of the propaganda mechanism, whatever has happened. In one RTI, it came out there is no new flyover, new tunnel has happened. In second tenure, when this claim came that we will make a Indian Delhi road as European roads, and 7 roads were picked up for pilot also in 2020-22. After when CM Kejriwal came back from his custody, he has given commanding to his MLAs and MPs that please go and immediately see the condition of road. This is the position after 2020, 22 to 2024. So after each 2 year, if nothing is happening and still you are making assessment, when the work will happen? Road construction is not a overnight work that you will be able to find solution in a city like Delhi, which is almost filled with the vehicle, filled with the people. You have to find a very consistent manner. You have to work for 5-6 years. Then you will be able to give solution to people.
Okay, Joyita, coming to you again. Again, the problem of congestion. Do you think it's a problem that is peculiar to Delhi, or whether you go to Mumbai or Bengaluru or Hyderabad, everywhere you go, you see a pile of vehicles, and you have to then wait your turn, spend about 30, 40, 50, even 1 hour just to go from one place to another. And if the traffic congestion was resolved, it would just take you about 15 to 20 minutes.
Well, I think traffic congestion is one of the biggest problems in all our metropolitan and other cities. Okay, I mean all throughout India. In fact, this is a major problem. Of course, all countries have this problem, but when it comes to India, this is magnified specifically because our road area is, compared to the number of vehicles that are out on our roads, and particularly in Delhi, compared to that, surface area for roads is much, much less. So as a result of which, and you see, there has to be a cap at one point of time or the other, there has to be a cap, because what happens is that during rush hours, Delhi becomes immovable, it does not move. Okay, as you said that when it comes to hours, it takes hours. I have seen a distance, a commute at one particular day, maybe going from South Delhi to somewhere near Connaught Place and all, which should ideally take not more than maybe 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Sometimes it takes more than an hour and a half. So you see, but that is what, you have to ultimately ensure that, while it's such a bad idea to have that odd and even thing, but I think that some kind of cap must be introduced in certain areas at certain points of time.
Okay, all right. I think if our public transport infrastructure is sturdy, strong, efficient and cleaned up, I think more and more people would want to opt for using public infrastructure. I also have with me, let me bring in back MK Meena. MK Meena, another question that was raised, and it's pertinent, it's important as well, when it comes to city beautification, when it comes to pedestrian sidewalks that have been created. And I have seen, when I journey through the Lajpat Nagar flyover, or when I am travelling on the Saket road, and I do see that there are these pedestrian sidewalks that have been created, and there are these benches that have also been put up. There are these street lamps that have been lit up and they have been put up, and I feel that this is a step in the right direction. Do you think enough has been done in this regard as well in different parts of Delhi? I see some sections, but is this true? Is this a truism for the rest of Delhi as well?
No, it has not been done as per our requirement. Now in some places MCD have started doing this, whatever you have seen, and even in Vasant Kunj area I could see there are some places in where pedestrian walk has been created. It's very nice, nicely they have created, but it's a beginning. In fact, I see that such things should be included whenever road construction is there, or any city or any town or any housing society is planned. Now I can give you example. I was DCP traffic Delhi at that time, and Dwarka was coming up. At that time, file came to me for installation, because Delhi police is responsible for installation of traffic light in traffic signal light in Delhi. So I was worried that if I sanction traffic light in Dwarka, the situation will be very bad. I can confess here that I had a meeting with Honorable LGO at that time, as well as DDA officials. We could discuss, and I requested DDA, because DDA was agency who was developing this Dwarka. We were requesting that each colony should have enough setback. There should be provision. Don't bother only for scooter parking. You bother for proper parking in that society, in the housing society or sector also. And we should have signal-free junctions in Dwarka. But unfortunately, they did not do it. And now you can, the situation of Dwarka has become what Delhi is facing. I myself is very much dissatisfied with the working of many agencies. They don't work professionally. When we are developing any city, whatever you have told, these things should be inbuilt. Now the Dwarka has been recently developed. Everything should have been there. And I request that it should be like NDMC area. If you see NDMC area, still NDMC area, you don't see any traffic jam, very less traffic jams, and whatever beautification is there, very good beautification. You got pedestrian facilities is also there. It is all inbuilt. So I request whatever
I'm moving on to the next question, and we also, this is also very important, whether there is ample parking space available. And I'm just reiterating, the problems that you will face. You will not be able to park your car if you want to step out and go to work, commute. How do we manage this now?
Yeah, Megha, this question is to me, right?
Yes.
So parking, there are a lot of space in Delhi still open. The only law which was required, if somebody wishes to give that particular space for parking, commercially it can be used. So a lot of plots which are besides of a very important and very crowded malls can be given. This very small law for tendering a space for the parking could not be passed by the Delhi government. From 2013 to 14, for purchasing buses into Delhi government, for purchase of new buses, no funds have been released. So particularly in the congestion side, these two were very important decisions which were supposed to be taken, and there are a lot of outlays has been created to purchase the bus. There are a lot of advertisement has happened by the government that the bus is being purchased, but from 2013 to 2014, after that, there is not a single money by the DTC has been given, and this all has came in the RTI.
I was talking about parking, but all right, I am out of time. I thank all of you for joining me on the telecast. Yes, Joyita, you want to make a point?
I want to make a quick point about parking. Parking is one of the biggest bones of contention in Delhi. Fights happen over it. I mean, there are cases where it has happened. It happened to me. In fact, I woke up in the morning and I saw my windscreen shattered. You see, these things, the parking is the biggest problem that is there in Delhi.
Yes, absolutely. And are we actually doing anything? Is the government coming up with some innovative plans, structures that will allow for this problem that has been a significant one, that has been perennial, that I think this is the voice of the people that is reaching out now through our medium to tell the government, to tell the administration and to tell the politicians that listen, these are the problems that the citizens of Delhi are facing. It is not about whose house is being snatched away and what derogatory language is being used by which politician against whom. The problems are these. It is about road infrastructure that we talk today, and solutions need to be found. And if the governments are not going to find the solutions, where are the citizens of Delhi going to go? On that note, I slip into a short break.